Hey, what's up, good folks? This your man, Chris Thorns. Y'all know what this is. We have a story, so hey, let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. It is 1:31 my time, Central Time, and I just had to do this story because this story is nasty and it's disgusting, as well as any other story that I have done. But like I always tell y'all, once you think you heard the worst is yet to come. For the people that's on news break, man, y'all been showing me love, especially on the last video clip. But I want to let y'all know, you might not be able to click the link on the video clip. So what I do always, I'm going to start posting the link on the post. So look at my video clip and look at my post if you want to check out the video and hear my thoughts on the video, So come on over to YouTube and show your boy some love. Because again, the last video clip, y'all been showing some love, and I got quite a few followers that follow me on there. So thank y'all so much for that. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this story I'm about to talk to y'all is coming out of Florida. And we have a woman by the name of Tyshael, Tyshael Martin. All right. What she has done is the young girl who you see going across my screen, she set her dog, which was a Rottweiler, to attack this girl. This girl was 9 years old. Her name is Jamaria, Jamaria. All right. And not only that, they saying Tyshael beat the girl. All right. And not only that, the woman was the girlfriend of the father. All right. The woman was the girlfriend of the young lady's father. All right. So now the first question you have to ask when you hear this story, where is he? Where was he when all this was going on? Ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to this.
All right, a Fox 35 News exclusive. 9-year-old Jamaria Sessions was found dead back in June in Montverde. Fox 35 News first brought you the story then as deputies were trying to figure out how she died. And tonight, they say they have some tragic answers.
Deputies say this woman beat the little girl and instructed her dog to attack her. Fox 35's Marie Edinger joins us live now.
Beat the girl and instructed the dog to attack her. Wow.
So, Marie, this woman was the girlfriend of the young girl's dad?
That's exactly right. Deputies are calling this the worst case of abuse they have ever seen in Lake County. Jamaria Sessions had two grandmothers who she'd stayed with in the past, and we spoke exclusively with both of them today.
That's a baby. That's a baby. A beautiful little girl not gone.
Of a 9-year-old baby. 9.
9-year-old Jamaria Sessions was found dead in June. Now we know she was tortured and brutally beaten, allegedly by her father's girlfriend, Tyshael Martin.
This is the worst case of aggravated child abuse we've ever seen.
Martin's arrest affidavit says while her other kids watched, she sicked her 103-pound Rottweiler on Jamaria, then kicked and beat her.
There was
While the other kids watch. Wow.
no reason to hurt my granddaughter.
The home was full of security cameras, which deputies say caught the attacks on video. In one video, Martin is heard saying, "I'm fixin' to kill her," according to the affidavit.
The world needs to know evil when they see it, so her picture needs to be everywhere. If I had the money, I would invest in a billboard in every state. So
the sheriff's office says that was far from the first instance of abuse. Martin is accused of beating her as a form of punishment and making her run with her hands above her head.
I don't have the words to describe it.
I want y'all to hear what they just said now. This ain't the first incident. This has been ongoing. So again, where was the dad when all this was going on?
It's unimaginable and completely inhumane.
So where was Jamaria's father? The sheriff's office says he left the home because he and Martin were fighting. His daughters have lived with each of their grandmothers in the past. Both told me today they want custody of the children. And now they want maximum punishment for the woman accused of killing their granddaughter.
You gotta explain to her sister what happened to her sister. She not gonna understand that. She only 6 years old.
The justice that she deserves is not what the state does.
No one else has been charged in this case, though the Lake County Sheriff's Office says the investigation is active and ongoing. Martin is being held on no bond. Live in Lake County, Marie Edinger, Fox 35 News.
You know, it is never easy to do these kind of stories, especially when you hear the magnitude of how the child died and when you hear how the adult treated the child. This is why I express so much to y'all who listen to me that, you know, you have to be careful who you let around your children, because everybody don't have the best interest for your child. And we are seeing it yet again. Now, they said, where's the baby father? He got mad and left because they were arguing. I'm finding a hard time. I'm getting tongue-tied. Excuse me. I'm finding a hard time believing that. Because regardless of what, you know, considering how this story is being told, this lady been beating on this child. And there's no way you're going to tell me that him as the father, he did not know this. Okay? So I'm going to go with the fact and say that he did know. So if that was the case, why would you leave your child with this crazy ass woman? Why would you do that, man? And then on top of that, depending on what y'all got to fighting about, you left something with her that was dear to your heart, man. Well, at least I think it was dear to your heart. And like I tell people, if they cannot get to you, they're going to get to the next thing, and that's something that you love the most, which is 9 times out of 10, your children. When are we going to wake up and learn that this is a true fact? Whatever you and this woman got to arguing for, you left your daughter vulnerable with this fool that she really wanted to take it out on you. But since she couldn't take it out on you, she took it out on your daughter and got so heated or upset that she sicked the dog on your daughter. She set the dog on your daughter, man. Now, they say this happened back in June. And then what make it so bad? There's video of it. So you mean to tell me, because I'm assuming y'all stay together. That's what I'm assuming. But I could be wrong with that. I don't know. But there is video that people have seen, or the law enforcement have seen, of this woman in the act of abusing your daughter. And you had no knowledge of this at all. Not a bruise, not a scratch, not nothing. You didn't see any of this. You didn't notice a change in her behavior or anything like that. And on top of that, made other children look. Why this was going on. And you mean to tell me you didn't see nothing? You didn't hear nothing? Did you even bother to pay attention? All right? Guys, I'm sorry. I just having a hard time believing that man left. He was gone. All right? I'm just finding a hard time, or should I say, I'm finding a hard time believing that he left and didn't know what was going on. The way this story is being put out there, it's almost as if, don't quote me on this, but it's almost as if he wanted this to happen. It's almost as if he wanted this to happen. All right? Because I cannot get over the fact that they say this been ongoing. I can't get over that. All right? Unless this story's getting twisted. I just cannot get over that. That this woman been doing this child like this for the longest. And this man don't know shit. All right? Something's telling me deep down in my soul. Something's telling me deep down in my soul. This man knew what was going to happen. He knew what was going to happen. All right? But somehow he's keeping his hands clean by saying that he left because they got into it. Now, unless this woman go snitch and say, hey, he did know. That's the only way I can see him getting in trouble. But y'all just hear the story though. She been doing it. There's a video out there. How the law enforcement see the video, but you didn't? And I would like to say that maybe some of the other children probably said something. But then again, if they saw that, maybe they too scared to say something to him. But see, I'm starting to wonder now. Did his daughter tell him something, but he ignored it? Did she tell him, but he ignored it? Y'all remember, for those of you who follow when I do my live streams, y'all know y'all got some people, children try to tell us something, and they totally ignore what the children tell them. But what I say all the time, it costs nothing to investigate. Even if you think the children are lying, which children do lie. But it costs you nothing to go and investigate what's claimed to be happening and the person who's being accused of doing a dirty deed. It costs you nothing to go and investigate it. That way you can put your mind at ease and you did your job as a parent to investigate. And when you do investigate, you probably find out there's much more going on than what the child has said is going on. It's a whole lot's going on. But you got a lot of parents that don't do that today, though. The child says something, they totally ignore it. And this is the one that really gets me right here. When a lot of women let men in the house, got men standing in the house, and the daughter saying that the man touched them inappropriately, to keep the man, they totally ignore what the daughter has told them. Or, hey, with a lot of young fellas, if they be in touch by somebody tell the parents or whatnot, it get totally ignored because they want to keep their significant other with them. And I'm pretty much sure for those who listen to this story, yeah, some of y'all out there who had parents like that, had a man or woman in the house, they touch you inappropriately or probably saying inappropriate things to you. You go tell your folks, they totally ignored it. Until the worst happens. I have heard stories that the child would get hit because they made the accusation that a man or woman is touching them inappropriately. How does that work? I had no fucking idea. But it does. And stories like these prove that these folks totally ignores children cries for help. This is sick. This is sad. This is sick and sad. And you set the dog to attack that child. Who has that much hatred in their heart that you will go that damn far to set the dog on a baby? Who has that much hatred in their heart? You would think nobody. But sadly, there are people who's like that. Now hearing this story. It says, Florida woman accused of killing 9-year-old girl directed Rottweiler to attack her. Then the woman said, I'm fixing to kill her. That's what they said she said on the video. She was arrested on first-degree murder on Wednesday in the death of her boyfriend, 9-year-old daughter, according to Lake County Sheriff's Office. Martin was allegedly seen on a family security system. It's a family security system. And you mean to tell me this man didn't know? Family security system instructed a 103-pound Rottweiler to attack the child. She was also seen repeatedly striking the child, deputy said. The suspect was heard on video possibly saying, I'm fixing to kill her, deputy said. She's 34 years old and was taken into custody near her Montverde, Montverde home Wednesday evening and faces charges of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and child neglect, according to Lake County Sheriff's Office. The investigation began on June 17 when the 9-year-old Jamaria Sessions was found unresponsive at the Harbor Oaks Drive home she shared with Martin. Emergency personnel discovered the girl multiple abrasions, bruises, burns, and possible bite marks. Come on. So everybody else saw all this, but the father didn't see all this. Come on now. I don't believe everybody he left. If he did leave, I believe this man knew, man. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it. If that is true that he didn't know, I'd be shocked as hell. But you can't tell me all this was going on and that man did not know. You can't tell me all that was going on and that man did not know. Or he just didn't care. Anyway, bite marks and the medical examiner's preliminary findings suggested the injuries were consistent with physical abuse. Detectives executed a search warrant to obtain video footage from the family's home security system. One set of recordings from the night on June 15 showed Jamaria being viciously attacked by the family's 103-pound Rottweiler, with Martin directing the assault while holding the dog's leash, deputies said. The footage also reportedly showed Martin repeatedly kicking Jamaria, who lay motionless on the floor. Wow. Martin was also reportedly seen dragging Jamaria's nearly lifeless body across the floor and continued to strike and shake her. Martin was possibly heard saying, "I'm fixing to kill her," deputy said. Further investigation through interviews, additional videos, and text messages revealed that Jamaria's usual punishment included extended wall sits, running in place with her arms raised, being hit with various objects, and receiving kicks and punches. Text messages to who? Text messages to who? Who is getting these text messages? That's $1 million question. She was sending these text messages to who? And whoever she was sending these text messages to, why they didn't call the police? I think I know who the text message might was going to. Possibly was the dad. Which shows in turn, this fool knew what was going on. But there's only speculation right now until the whole story comes out. I'm seeing a lot of videos on YouTube about this. I'm just had to go through them and see what everybody's talking about. Because, news clips give different versions of stories. Or what I mean, be the same story, but, they talk more than other news clips or whatnot. And I'm trying my best to keep on top of this story. My heart hurts for this baby. It does. Because not only that, now the question asks, we have to ask this now, where's the biological mom? Because they label this woman as his girlfriend. So where was the mom as well? Where was the mom at? For what it sounded like to me, this baby had no chance in hell dealing with this woman and a father who I think and assuming he allowed this to go on. Sick as fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned because I'm going to keep up with this and try to see what's going on or what's all going on with this. And if I have to, I'll reach out to the grandmas. Y'all know I'll do it. And I'll talk to the grandma. All right? Other than that, rest in heaven, young child. And if anything else, since your dad ain't going to be your voice, I'm going to be your voice. On your man, Chris Thorns. I'll catch y'all next time.